3, 2, 1, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially live. I'd like to welcome y'all to the Carefree Lounge. It's Kid Ríez. Y'all know what it is. Yeah, I know it's been a minute. Well, not really a minute. It's probably been like 2 days, but had to handle some business. But we back booming. We back doing what we do best. That's right. We are back. So today, talking about hip-hop topics, talking about a couple things that went on over these last couple of days, and we're gonna get straight into it. So the first thing we're gonna talk about today is the Chad Dillon story. He was a restaurant owner here in Atlanta, and he actually got gunned down yesterday by an unknown assailant. And it's very, very sad news to the restaurant community, not only to the restaurant community, but to the entrepreneurial community as well. Also, we're gonna talk about Kendrick Lamar and Drake some more. Yes, now they're saying that Not Like Us is banned in Houston. Is that what they saying? That's what they saying. Word on the street, that's what's going on. So we're gonna get into that, and we also gonna get into Joe Budden talking about your boy Drake and the perceived hate that people think that he has for him, and he's gonna clear that up. Then we're also gonna get into what Tyler Perry had to say about people who didn't agree with his movies. So with that being said, let's just get straight into it. So Chad Dillon, co-owner of Lil Baby's seafood restaurant, dies after an Atlanta shooting. I'm sorry. So I'm just going to read a little bit from the article, and then I'm going to play a little video to give him a little bit more context. So it says, the Atlanta entrepreneur was only 33 years old. Last year, Lil Baby opened a new seafood restaurant in his hometown of Atlanta called the Seafood Menu. He worked alongside entrepreneur Chad Dillon, who also owned another local seafood restaurant called The Boiler Room, as well as a nearby ice cream shop. Sadly, however, it was reported today that Dillon has passed away. Reportedly, the 33-year-old was driving around the old 4th Ward neighborhood yesterday when he was shot multiple times. He later died of his injuries. Now, it says Dillon's attorney, Malcolm Connor, confirmed his death with Atlanta News First. He added that ahead of his passing, Dillon was planning to open a Jamaican restaurant in the neighborhood. At the time of writing, the circumstances leading up to the shooting remain unclear, and the suspect has not been revealed. Now, I didn't know, bro, personally. I have had some food from the Boiler Room. I had some some fried crab legs. They were slapping, so I can't say that the food was absolutely good coming from there, but it's just a sad situation, man. He just out trying to handle his business, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, in this life, sometimes you make enemies, and a lot of people really don't like to see you doing good. You know what I'm saying? It's people that'll see you out there living, and they might not have much going on, and they might look at you and see you as food. And a lot of times they just hate. It's not even that they trying to take something from you. They just don't want you here. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, very unfortunate that happened. Lil Baby actually spoke out on the death of his friend. He posted a Instagram message saying, "Damn, big buddy, get your rest." You know what I mean? And it's just sad, you know what I mean? Coming from Atlanta, knowing how Atlanta is changing, starting to bring more people to the city, more businesses. Of course, people are going to look at it, and a lot of them might say, oh man, this is not a good look. But at the end of the day, man, you never know how people deal with street stuff, and you never know, you never know what's really going on behind the scenes. You know what I mean? A lot of people are using this moment as a reason to say that Atlanta has bad energy, or it's a lot of bad people in Atlanta. And I don't agree. I was born and raised in Atlanta. A lot of people that are here in Atlanta right now are from the outside. And when you're from the outside, you can't really make a clear judgment on the people in Atlanta. There are a lot of income disparities in Atlanta right now. You have a lot of the lower income and the high class income mixing. You have certain neighborhoods where, you might have a trap house down the street, but then you got the $400,000 townhome a couple houses down. So, you might see a Rolls Royce riding through the bricks. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And they say that he was in the old 4th Ward neighborhood, which is kind of over there by Edgewood. If you're from Atlanta, you know what I'm talking about. The restaurant that he was getting ready to open It was actually, it sits right off the exit. So if you get off Freedom Parkway and you make that right, you make a left, you sitting right there. So it wasn't like he was like in a super hood area. The restaurant that he was planning to open was below some condos that sit right off the highway. So it wasn't like it was some rundown area or whatever. But apparently if they were willing to gun him down in broad daylight like that in the middle of everything, it screams nothing but a targeted hit, for one. But it also saying that, you know, that was something that clearly that he must have had going on, you know what I mean, with somebody. And, you know, it's just a shame that it had to end like this. Now, of course, you know, the Atlanta media, they had to cover the situation. We're going to play a little bit so y'all can get a little bit more context about what's going down and how all this happened.
Tonight, a business owner gunned down in the same exact community where he's known for doing so much good.
Someone shot Chad Dillon right in front of his new restaurant in the city's Old Fourth Ward. Atlanta News First anchor Tori Cooper is there tonight.
Tori, you've been talking with his friends, with his attorney. Still no arrests.
No arrests tonight, Sean. His friends and his attorney say that he was here at his Dipped in Butter restaurant here along John Wesley Dobbs Avenue this evening. This restaurant was set to open next month, but this evening he went around the corner, and that's when he was met with gunfire right outside of his car.
Literally on the, that's on the main street.
Killed. Now, police are calling this a targeted attack.
Yeah, that's
his friends,
crazy.
Family members,
in broad
and his
daylight
are devastated by what happened. Chad Dillon was 33 years old, and he was best known for his Boiler Seafood Atlanta restaurant that opened back in 2020, achieving massive success. Dillon was also one to give back to the community. Atlanta News First even interviewed him 2 years ago when he donated $15,000 of his own money to ex-offenders at the Atlanta Reentry Prison to help aspiring restaurant owners create their own business when they left prison.
That's dope.
These guys are really good guys that made one mistake. These people still have skills, they still have talent, they still have a lot of knowledge, and they're still creative. And we don't want to forget about our creatives.
Well, Dillon also helped teach ex-offenders life, business, and social skills so that they would be set up for success once leaving prison. Tonight, we still don't have any information on funeral plans, and police have not released any information as it relates to any suspects arrested. If we get any new information, we'll certainly share it with you right here on Atlanta News First. Reporting live in Northeast Atlanta tonight, I'm Tori Cooper, Atlanta News First.
Yeah, man. So that was Atlanta News First, bringing you the official, you know, news report on that situation. And like I said, man, it's messed up, man. Like you said, in Atlanta, bro, it's a lot of wolves in Atlanta. You understand? I grew up here, so I know, you know, I know how it goes sometimes. And like you said, you don't know everybody's situation. You don't know exactly who everybody's dealing with. You don't know who exactly is who's enemy. You know what I mean? But I will tell you, in Atlanta, it is not uncommon to see celebrities riding around, you know, in their cars. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't tell you how many times I done seen Lil Baby up off Northside Drive at the gas station with his Rolls Royce parked back then, just on some regular shit. Now, granted, he feel comfortable in them areas because that's where he from. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, you know, might move here, and, you know, like I said, the wolves see it. They see it as you flaunting your wealth, whereas you probably just living your life, you know, just going about your day, doing what you do. But a lot of people see that as like, bro, you trying to shit on me, or you trying to like flaunt your wealth, and it get ugly like that. You know, like I said, I've had some food from the boiler room, had some fried crab leg, really good. But I've driven past that restaurant so many times and have seen his Rolls Royce parked out front, or you could drive by that restaurant at any time and see all types of exotic cars parked outside the boiler room. But that was just the company he kept, and unfortunately, you know, somebody must have been watching him that day and got with him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you right now, bro, if I'm 8 million up, if I'm a million up, or if I'm making that much money, bro, everything bulletproof. I'm sorry, like if I'm $1 million nigga, bro, everything bulletproof. Everything. Ain't no drop top, no nothing, just because you can't move like that nowadays. And I know it's real easy to feel comfortable when you in your city, when you know what I'm saying, you here, you been here, you do business here. It's very easy to kind of let your guard down, but like, you gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? You riding around in Rolls Royces and these expensive cars, these exotic cars, you know, it ain't hard for people to trail you, follow you. Hell, it was at one point where they was putting air tags on people's cars, bro. Like, they'll put an air tag on your car and follow you to where you live at, just so they can strike, you know what I'm saying? And you just gotta be on point. So like I said, rest in peace, Chad Dillon. You know, what you cannot say is that he didn't live his life to the fullest, because from everything that I've read about him, from the restaurant openings, from him going from renting cars out in the beginning to owning multiple restaurants, he definitely lived his life. It was a life worth living. So rest in peace to bruh. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, pray for ATL, man. We gotta get back to the old Atlanta, you feel me? Where everybody went running around shooting stuff up, you know what I'm saying? We were just being some players and kicking it and being cool. But yeah, man, rest in peace to bruh. All right, so let's get into some Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. As if I hadn't talked about the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef enough. I have so many videos on my page, bro. Oh my god. But yeah, man, Kendrick Lamar is Not Like Us allegedly banned from select Houston establishments. So people are saying, is this Drake's fault? Is this Jay Prince? Is this what's going on? So it says Drake and Kendrick Lamar's feud has been ongoing for over a decade at this point. However, it finally came to a head this past year with some scathing diss tracks. Like that started it all off, and push-ups soon followed. Euphoria escalated things, and on the night of May 3rd, history was made. Family Matters sent shockwaves throughout the hip-hop world. Meanwhile, Meet the Grams completely stopped everyone in their tracks. So the following day, Kendrick Lamar dropped a nuke with Not Like Us, and since then, Not Like Us has been, for better words, everywhere. Like, and I mean everywhere. It's people like dancing to Not Like Us at their wedding. Like, that's your wedding song, Not Like Us. That is crazy. However, there seems to be at least one city that isn't loving the track's recent love fest. According to some anecdotes out of Houston, it would appear as though the song has been banned by certain establishments. Now, we have a Twitter user here by the name of Black Unicorn that says Drake really got Not Like Us banned in Houston. And then DJ Ari chimed in and she said, yeah, I done already got in trouble a few times for playing it at some clubs. So rumor is that Not Like Us is officially banned from playing it in Houston. I mean, as a DJ, right? If you're a DJ and it's your job to get up there and play the hottest records that's out right now, do you have to play Not Like Us? I think you have to play Not Like Us. You know what I'm saying? But being that it's Houston, that's where Jay Prince is from. That's where Drake has a lot of ties. I can see how, as a DJ, you probably wouldn't want to include that in your set list. You know, you might get that tap on your shoulder at the end of the night, like, hey, follow us real quick. Like, you know, because at the end of the day, everybody's trying to make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody trying to get caught up in the beef. But I can see how that might be a problem. Now, shortly after the news broke that people were saying that Not Like Us was banned in Houston, the DJ came back and she retracts her claim that Not Like Us is banned in Houston. So they say that in H-Town, sure, y'all can play Not Like Us. Why not? So let's read a little bit from this article. It says Drake's influence is far and wide. He's been one of the biggest artists in the world for half a decade. Told y'all that. He was particularly noteworthy influence in Texas through his connections with Jay Prince. When it was rumored that Drake and Jay Prince had banned Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us in Texas clubs, it wasn't entirely out of the question. The Six God is known for being petty behind closed doors. Jay Prince, on the other hand, claims to have been involved with the Pusha T battle back in 2018. His input made sense too, and it turns out that the rumor was untrue. So Ari the DJ, the woman who started the Texas rumor in the first place, she claims she got in trouble multiple times for spinning Not Like Us. And of course, like you see from this tweet, she's saying like, hey, I got in trouble for that. So she went on to retract the statement and say that headlines can be misleading. She said Drake nor Jay Prince never told me not to play the song. She then clarified that she got orders to avoid playing Not Like Us out of respect for Jay Prince and Drake. So it wasn't like it was officially said, hey, you can't play this song, but people were coming to her and saying, hey, out of respect for Jay Prince, out of respect for Drake, we would appreciate it if you do not play that record, which is kind of the same. And she did go on IG, as y'all can see right here. She did go on IG and clear everything up, saying the headlines can be misleading. Drake nor Jay Prince never told me not to play the song, blah, 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 blah. Promoters. And this is her mood. She's just like, I'm just chilling. Now, you gotta understand with promoters, people in those positions, they have to do what's right for the bag. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure Jay Prince is very well plugged in Houston. And, you know, if you're a promoter, if you're a club promoter in that city and you have to interact with them a lot, you probably don't want those type of problems on your hands, especially if you're trying to make money. I'm pretty sure Drake is not going to do a walkthrough in a club that's blasting Not Like Us. If you're a party promoter, you're probably like, hey, just do me a favor, keep that off the set list. Don't play that at all. And it's understandable because at the end of the day, everybody's just trying to make money. Now, for artistic expression, it sucks because at the end of the day, it's hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, whether win, lose, or draw, it's hip hop. It is what it is. They weren't saying the same thing when Back to Back was out back in the day. We was playing the hell out of Back to Back. That shit was getting spun everywhere. But then again, Back to Back and Not Like Us are two different records, especially in terms of like what the records are saying. Back to Back, Drake was just kind of clowning on Meek, whereas, you know, Not Like Us, there's some pretty serious allegations going on in that track, but it's a banger though. You know what I'm saying? So she came back to say, hey y'all, false alarm. Nobody told me exactly to stop playing it, but out of respect. So it seems like Not Like Us is still a thorn in Drake's side in some way, shape, form, or fashion, whether it's affecting the places that he goes, whether, you know, it's people around him trying to keep the song away from him. It's still a thorn in his side, and I'm still waiting to see exactly what Drake is going to do after this, because I think that's going to be the most interesting. What type of song he drops, how he's going to come back from this. But the Not Like Us saga continues, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see what happens next. All right, so in the next news topic, we talking about the day Lupe Fiasco and Joe Budden debate their alleged hate for Kendrick Lamar. Now, I talked about this in a stream I did probably 2 days ago, where I touched on it lightly, where people were saying that Lupe Fiasco slick be hating on Kendrick Lamar. You know, and for various reasons. A lot of people say it's because Kendrick has the career that Lupe wish he had, in terms of being the conscious rapper with the mainstream appeal of a Drake. So literally, they were on Twitter Spaces the other night and they were having a conversation. So I'm gonna read a little bit from this article and then we're gonna listen to the conversation. So it goes: Lupe Fiasco and Joe Budden hopped into, I hate calling Twitter X. Like, am I the only one that just, like, it's still Twitter. Like, your mama named you Twitter, I'm gonna call you Twitter. Anyway, they were on Twitter Spaces Monday to discuss the feud between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. In doing so, Fiasco addressed the rumors that he hates Lamar, while Budden spoke similarly on the idea of his alleged dislike for Drake. The conversation began when Fiasco admitted that he had only heard Drake's first diss, Push-Ups, out of all the tracks. So Lupe said, you know, I haven't heard any of them diss tracks. I only heard Push-Ups, which, come on, bro. Like, you ain't heard nothing. You ain't heard nothing but Push-Ups. Shout out to Lupe, man. You one of my favorite rappers, bro. But come on, bro. I'm calling cap on that. So anyway, they both hopped into their little Twitter Spaces, and let's listen to a little bit of that conversation right here.
To our room of negativity.
I was just on the Twitter doing some housekeeping, and I seen you was up, so I just jumped in. That's all.
All right. I thought you were coming in here to get at me.
I would never get at you. If I get at you, you know I'm gonna call you.
That is true. That is true.
I'm not gonna do the public shit.
You have been on a tear as of late.
I mean, even when I don't do nothing, I do something, right?
I like that. I like that. I'm banned from talking about the beef, and this is not beef room, but I just want to let you know I see you laying your fork in the sand on where you stand on things, and that's commendable for me.
I haven't listened to any of the songs.
That's crazy.
I did not know that.
That's crazy.
It's baffling to people. I stopped listening. I listened to Push-Ups and what was the Ross response, and then after the Ross response, I haven't listened to anything, so I haven't heard any of the records. Family Matters, Meet the Grams, Not Like Us.
Bro, come on now. Like, as a hip hop fan, you haven't heard any of them, like none of the tracks, especially if not anything, like you haven't heard like Meet the Grams at best.
I kind of tapped out.
Wow. Oh, so that's even doper that you just going off your sheer hate for one of them niggas. I'm the opposite of you.
You hate Drake, I know.
No, but it's from love.
I know.
And you hate Kendrick.
No, I don't.
From love.
No, I love that.
Like I love Drake.
No, you don't love Drake though.
You don't love Kendrick.
You actually dissed him. You got the first diss record.
You have actually dissed Kendrick.
You right. I haven't.
Yeah, I know you have. It's me, nigga. All that shit you said in that room the other day, I was like, hey, dog.
No, I thought you was talking about the Control response.
I don't remember Lupe dissing
everybody
Kendrick.
responded to Control.
Yeah.
I know, me too.
Yeah, everybody. So even you. But I never dissed him though. That was just the Control response. And I wasn't even talking to him.
The Control response. All right.
Well, you got some interviews where you are the opposite of me. The same way I have like interviews or just content pieces where people could surmise that, hey, this nigga might really hate that nigga. You have the same, just on the other end. That's why I love that this is me and you.
Because we
That's true.
Like dark side, light side. You light side, I'm dark side.
No, this is not even like that. But I like to see two contrasting opinions from two MCs of our caliber. That's what I like. And I'm glad that my person beat your person.
But I genuinely don't have any issues. Like I really don't.
I'm not gonna force that narrative like the rest of the internet, because I don't have any issues with Drake.
I can't even say nothing without it. Like he just woke up today and I was like, damn, I just woke up. But anyway.
But I do like, I'll end with this. I do like when you say shit like, hey, I rap better than anybody, so take it however the fuck you want to take it.
Lupe be wanting to smoke.
Though,
he
right?
really wants.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something,
like
bro. Lupe really, and this maybe it's just on some artist shit. Maybe it's just because of the hip hop competitive spirit of everything. But like Lupe really won't smoke with Kendrick, like on some real rapping shit. But he really just on some like, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I give him his props. But Lupe really want to smoke with Kendrick. And I don't know, like I hate this nigga, but like, if you in hip hop calling yourself the best, it's only natural that people that feel like they're the best to want to test that. You know what I mean? That's like somebody in the hood saying they the toughest nigga, and then somebody being like, oh, you the toughest nigga? Nigga, I'm the toughest nigga. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna find out who the toughest. It's the same thing, but just on some lyrical shit.
Don't explain where the 808s was made.
Oh, no, we gonna do that. Don't do that, Joe. Don't make. I'll teach this. I know. Ooh, nigga, relax.
I know you on your. I know you teach it.
No, but I'm saying that energy of like, yeah, as a rapper, like you can love everybody. Like me and you got love for each other, but I will light you up if we ever got into a beef, right? On some rap shit.
That's debatable.
See, but you know, you gonna try your best. I'm gonna try my best. Right?
That's much better worded.
My man.
Because when I was outside, you was one of the people I was looking for, and you never popped up.
But you know, you handled yours. You claimed you didn't really have to do nothing because you took Pump It Up back from Jay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so you was already solid.
That's some hip hop shit right there. Like, now I don't know if a lot of y'all remember that, but back in the day, Joe Budden, when he dropped Pump It Up, Jay-Z took the beat and did like a remix on it. And back in the day, that was like a big thing. You know, this is way back in time. A lot of y'all probably don't remember this, but this is way back in the day. Jay-Z took the beat, remixed it, and then people were like, oh shit, he dissing Joe, but Joe came back, took the beat back. It did another record. So Joe Budden has always had this history of just like not really taking no shit and just going for what he knows.
To be diplomatic.
You know my issue with you is that you just stop doing it. Stop doing this shit, this fuck shit. But
oh man.
You know my issue.
Oh God, that narrative is getting popular.
What's happening,
narrative
Blue?
is going
What's
around
good,
out
bro?
there.
But I'm on my kind of cleanup campaign because I got to do it.
Shout out to everybody popping in the chat right now, man. We listen
Joe
to this
Budden community.
Lupe and Joe Budden.
I do not have a problem. No matter what was said in the past, what you think happened, what didn't happen, I personally and professionally do not have a problem with my brother in arms, Kendrick Lamar. No matter what you hear on TikTok or what a nigga said, I said, or did what I did. I do not have a problem with it.
So there you have it. He says that he does not have a problem with Kendrick Lamar. You heard it out of the man's mouth. But we all know that Lupe is a competitive spirit. That's why I rock with Lupe, because he ain't gonna back down from the smoke, especially not no lyrical competition, right? And, you know, he just let it be known. But, you know, this is the internet and Twitter, and, man, we're gonna look into stuff. We're gonna decipher stuff. We're gonna pit this person against this person. It's just what it is. It's the era we live in. But as you can see, he said he does not have hate for Kendrick Lamar. So hopefully we can all lay that to rest, you know, moving forward. But I ain't gonna lie, I would like to see a Lupe and Kendrick, you know, like a battle. You know what I mean? I think that shit would be so dope. I think we would really get some elite raps out of that. But who knows, man? I didn't think we were getting a Kendrick Lamar and Drake battle, but we got it. So you never know in the future. You never know. All right, so in the last but final topic of the day, we're gonna talk about Tyler Perry. Now, Tyler Perry claps back at critics who say his movies are all the same. Let's get into a little bit of this article. So it says Tyler Perry has heard it all, y'all. He knows what his critics have to say about his films. He's also aware of how successful his particular style of filmmaking is. Perry is estimated to have a net worth of $1 billion, dog. $1 billion off of playing Medea? Sheesh. Okay, and his films have grossed over $660 million at the box office. It's this pedigree that Perry brings to the table and why he felt comfortable dismissing criticism of his work. He recently sat down for an interview with Keke Palmer and decided to address some of these criticism head on. So rather than me read it, I'm just gonna play a little bit for it, and then I'm gonna let y'all know exactly how I feel about his comments after this.
Yeah, but what? No. You got to drown all of that out, because if you let somebody talk you out of a place that God has put you in, you are going to find yourself in hell. I know for a fact that what I'm doing is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, because for everyone who is a critic, I have thousands of used to be emails from people saying, this changed my life. Oh my God, you know me. Oh my God, you saw me. How did you know this about my life, my family? So that is what is important to me. We're talking a large portion of my fans who are disenfranchised, who cannot get in the Volvo and go to therapy on the weekend. So you've got this highbrow Negro who is all up in the air with his nose up looking at everything. And then you got people like where I come from and me who are grinders, who really know what it's like, whose mothers and were caregivers for white kids and were maids and housekeepers and all of these beauticians. That don't discount these people and say that their story don't matter. Who are you to be able to say which black story is important or should be told? Get out here with that bullshit.
So Tyler Perry said, y'all can go ahead with that bullshit. All right, you know, regardless of how you feel about the type of movies I make, whatever, it fits a certain demographic that I know works for me. Now, my opinion on all of this, I don't have a problem with Tyler Perry in the movie he makes. He makes movies for a certain crowd. Now, if that crowd loves the output of the movies that he made, who am I to step in and say I hate it? I'm of the pedigree of, if I don't like something, I just won't watch it. If I don't like something online, I'm not gonna comment on it and say I don't like this. I just won't pay attention to it. You understand what I'm saying? Then you gotta look at it from his standpoint. Being homeless, busting his ass, putting together these stage plays that would eventually get him on to make the money that he's made today. He probably feel like, you know what, I've been doing it for so long on my own, the way I've been doing it, and it's been working, regardless of, you know, people saying, oh, you need new writers, which I do believe that he should introduce new writers into his rooms instead of him writing and producing everything himself. Collaboration would be awesome for him, but you also can't deny the many jobs that he's provided to people who look like me. You know what I'm saying? The opportunities that he's provided to people who look like me. I'm from Atlanta, so you know, when I'm driving in the city and I'm whipping around by East Point and I'm coming down and you see Tyler Perry Studios on the you know, on the exit ramp, you know what I'm saying, getting off the exit to get to his studio, it's that shit motivating, dog. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it's not everybody's cup of tea. Do I watch all of them? Have I seen all his movies? No. But you know, I know people who enjoy his movies, and it's just the fact that they just enjoy it. They don't look at it too serious, like, oh, this is some like Martin Scorsese stage type you know, like it's not that deep, you know what I mean? But he knows what formula works for him, and he just executes it flawlessly. Now, if you like it, love it, or hate it, at the end of the day, bro, that shit don't matter in the world of views and attention. Whether you like it, love it, or hate it, that shit does not matter. A view don't look at if somebody was like, well, did you like it, love it, or hate it? No, it's a view. So at the end of the day, if he can go out and make movies that earns him up to $1 billion, he's going to continue doing what he does best. Now, my only suggestion is that, yes, Tyler Perry, you should introduce new people into your writer's room, because I think that it would enhance your movies more. You know what I mean? Like, get more people in there to be more collaborative and add to what you're doing. You don't have to do everything. You know, I'm somebody that need to take the advice, because as somebody that streams and makes music and does graphic design, and bro, I have to do everything, bro. I wish that I could outsource a lot of this shit. You feel me? Like, I wish that I could outsource my editing to somebody else and let them handle it. But a lot of us don't have that, you know, that opportunity. A lot of us have to do it ourselves until we get that big enough crowd to where we can outsource a lot of the extra stuff. He doesn't have to do that, but maybe he just feels like, right now I'm in this creative space where I want to do it like this. And hey, if you don't like it, cool. Now, a lot of people have taken offense to him saying that if you don't like his stuff, then you're kind of like a highbrow Negro, which, I mean, better choice of words, yeah. But at the end of the day, if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you love it, you love it. It's for somebody. Because at the end of the day, for Amazon to come to him and give him a deal which would allow him to release his movies on Amazon, somebody watching that shit. You feel me? So shout out to Tyler Perry, man. I don't have nothing bad to say, man. Like I said, the man put people on. He's provided job opportunities. Like I said, I'm from Atlanta. You can drive, you could see his studio set where he has everything set up. It is crazy to think all of that came from somebody that was literally living out of their car. I have nothing bad to say about that. So shout out to bruh. And y'all, that would bring this to the end of our show today. Now, we talked about a lot of things, man. We talked about a lot of things going on in the city of Atlanta. You know, Chad Dillon, unfortunately, he lost his life this week. You know, rest in peace to him. Kendrick Lamar, we found out that that Not Like Us record is not banned in Houston after all. And we listened to Lupe and Joe Budden debate their love, like, hate relationship with Kendrick and Drake. But with that being said, that is the end of the show. I would like to thank every single person that watched, that came into the stream. Even if you watched it just for 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. You know, as a small streamer, it really means a lot. Shout out to WSG for hopping in the stream. You know what I'm saying? Hollering at your boy. And yeah, man, it's the kid Ríez. I will catch y'all later in the next stream. I'm about to go hop on this college football and you know, get a little work in. So until next time, make sure y'all stay carefree, y'all be safe, and y'all know I gotta end the stream on a light note.